The time has arrived. The college football playoff set to get underway as 12 teams begin that long battle on the road to the national championship. Welcome to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the one and only Autzen Stadium. As we'll see the number 9 seed in this playoff, the Duke Blue Devils, taking on the number 8 seed in the playoff, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. The playoff is here, and let's not wait any longer. Let's get this going. The kickoff team is out there, and here we go. The college football playoff about to get underway. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He's got some daylight, turning on the speed. Gets some blocks. Still going. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Ducks. He just sprints into the end zone.
You know, teams can go years without an opening kickoff return for a touchdown. It's very rare to start a game, but also the kind of start you dream about, especially when you can do it in front of this home crowd.
And it's 7-0 after the PAT. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. He escapes the pocket. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. The Blue Devils will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just...
He'll take a deep shot here. Hawk inside the red zone and still running. The tackle is made, but the offense is now set up with a 1st and goal from the 8.
But it's another completion by this quarterback. Another great gain and a 1st down, and already over 30 yards through the air. This quarterback is in a zone here.
Touchdown, Duke, as they fight back here in this playoff game.
Boy, this is a great way to start this game for this offense. Everything seems to be clicking. Quarterback's making great decisions. Here he makes a perfect throw to the receiver for a nice touchdown to get this game started right.
Extra point splits the uprights. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He's going to try for a return from a couple yards deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. They're going to run it. Get some space around the 30. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
Nice job here by this back picking up the 1st down and living up to the legacy that they have in Eugene. There have been so many good backs. I mean, the list goes on and on, but right off the top of my head, you're going to start with Kenyon Barner and Michael James and throw in DeAnthony Thomas. What a golden era it was for the Oregon Ducks when it came to running backs. They're still trying to live up to that to this day.
Going for a big play downfield. And it's caught for a huge pickup and down inside the 30 now.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
The complexion of this drive suddenly changing. One massive play, and they're closing in on the red zone now with the 1st down. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Looking to scramble. And left with no option, just has to throw it away.
Man, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. Looking for a receiver. takes off now, looking to scramble. Solid tackle, able to get him down.
Hey, if you're not going to account for a quarterback, he's going to be smart enough to take off when the opportunity is there.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. And he'll drop back here on third down. Moves out of the pocket. He's going to take off here. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
Well, this is a great job here. Looks downfield, nobody open, takes off and tries to use his legs to go for it, and gets to the sidelines, gets out of bounds, avoids the hit, and most importantly, he got that first down.
Grabbed by the receiver. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. They'll try to add to the lead now for PAT.
Chris, this is a great touchdown by the quarterback and receiver, but I just can't help but think this is why defensive coordinators work so hard on the pursuit drill. Better effort from the collective defense might have prevented that from being a touchdown.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it would be better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. Blue Devils offense heads back out of the field now. They punch it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop him this time. Looking to throw it on first down. And he finds his tight end for the catch. Brought down, but broken tackle to produce a solid gain there. And the Blue Devils looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Extending the play now. Muscles past the defender. That's a big hit at the end, but they earn a fresh set of downs. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. He'll be smarter right at the line for no gain.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Looking for a man. Sideline catch made, but out of bounds short of the first down. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to three receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
That's a solid gain. Moves the football inside the 30, and a first down. The Blue Devils are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. And it's intercepted as he threw it into heavy traffic that time. Now he's bringing it back. The 20, past the 10. Touchdown, Ducks. A defensive score in this playoff game. Wow.
Chris, how about the safety here? Just kind of sitting back, waiting patiently to read the quarterback, and then once the ball's in the air, there's the range to come up with that interception. And I love that he's got the speed in the hands to make this quarterback pay for it.
And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. And the first play of the drive now on the 25. First down. Looking to throw the football. Looking to set up a screen pass here. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39. It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their heels. Off the play fake, looking to throw. And it's incomplete. Even in a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
Boy, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
Incomplete. That should have been caught. That's on the receiver.
It was there, Chris. It was the right call. It was good execution. He just dropped it.
Receivers got to do a better job of finishing the play.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Catch made on the right side. Clutch conversion on 3rd there. Sets them up first down from the 31. And the Blue Devils hustle to the line to run the hurry up.
Chris, there's a lot of pressure on this offense here early in this game. They're down early, 3rd down and long. Nice job of protecting. The last thing they want to do is have to punt this ball away. So instead, quarterback has time. Nice throw, and it's a first down.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Pass caught. Can he get in? And he's in. Touchdown, Blue Devils. The offense stretching the lead, building momentum, Kirk. And if this defense isn't careful, this one could get ugly.
Right now, this is just flawless execution in every phase for this offense. Doing a great job of mixing in their calls. And right now, widening that lead and killing the will of their opponent.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Returner decides to field it. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. For the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. Ball handed off. Defense makes the tackle with the clock running. That'll probably be the final play of this first quarter. So, Kirk, as we break for the quarter, Oregon has the lead here. We reach the end of one in this quest to move one step closer to a national championship. Let's check out the stats so far. Will we see more offensive firepower on display, or is the defense going to step up as we head to the second quarter? Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Looking for his big tight end. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. And that will pick up the first down. They'll spot it at 38.
Hey, a first down here by this Oregon offense. Nice to see the quarterback and receiver in sync and very efficient. Something that Oregon really prides itself on. As much as you want to think about that quarterback with the ability to run, remember, they can hurt you with their arm as well.
The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again. First down, looking to throw the ball. On the move now. He's going to take off. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. He bought some time, now lets it go. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
This receiver has just that combination of speed and natural ball skill ability to be able to come up with play after play. Already over 50 yards here in this first half.
Dutch look to keep this drive moving. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And the player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. A gain makes it 2nd and medium. He's looking to throw. Misses the receiver, incomplete.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
After the incompletion, they'll line up now for a 3rd and 5. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looks to the left for a quick throw. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a 4th down.
And I was hoping he'd be able to hold on to that football. That would have been a big play there on 3rd down. Now, big decision coming up here on 4th.
They need 5 yards here on 4th down to keep the drive alive. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. He could go. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
What a great job here by the safety to anticipate where the quarterback was going to go with the football. That gave him enough time to be able to get over and break on the football in time for the interception.
He escapes the pocket. And he'll wisely throw that one away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
They'll give it to the back. He finds some space. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The Blue Devils come to the line to run the hurry-up.
Okay, here comes the hurry-up. This is what they love to do. They get a big gain on the ground, hurry up into position, and go right back at that defense again.
Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Chris, I love the patience here by the quarterback. He's waiting for something to happen downfield, but it's not there. Then you see the athletic ability to be able to pick up some good yards.
And here's the handoff. As the 1st down is still going. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the 1st.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Here's the 2nd down play.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
And the Blue Devils begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Buying time now, rolling to his left. Makes the catch. Can he get in? Brought down, but the completion moves the ball down to the 4. The Blue Devils looking to punch it in here. It's 1st and goal. 1st and goal, handoff. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
Well, this defense is being challenged. They're close to their own goal line, but how about this play? All 11 guys coming together. They stood firm. The result is a short loss for the offense. Nice job.
So it sets up a 2nd and goal from the 4. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Defense is coming after him. They trap him and sack him back at the 10.
So they get stopped trying to run the ball on 1st and goal. Now they take a sack here on 2nd down. Offensive coordinator's got to find a way to flip the script on this defensive coordinator because right now the defense seems to have the upper hand.
So here we go, 3rd and goal. Giving up that sack has made this a real headache for the offense. Let's see if they can convert. Launching one to the end zone. Looking for a touchdown, but it's incomplete.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
The coach is not feeling the field goal attempt. They're going for it on 4th and goal here. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching. So now on comes the field goal unit. And he's got it, no problem.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. And And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Lets it go quickly. Wide open downfield. Here he goes. At the 20. And finally tackle him down at the 2-yard line. What a play on that completion.
Boy, a huge play by this offense. A good throw, a nice accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
Defense stuffing the runner. Ball still spotted at the 2-yard line. And the Ducks will come to the line to crank up the tempo. Another handoff to him on 2nd and goal. And he fights into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon.
Just when we thought this game might be slipping away, these guys come right back down the field with a quick strike and a touchdown, and it's back to being a close game.
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football to the 25-yard line. So here we go, the first play of the drive, less than a minute to play before halftime. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. The freshman with a little too much air under that one.
You had the coverage that you want here as a quarterback. The receiver runs a really good route, and the quarterback just misses it. Now, the one thing I'll say about on the out cut is I'd rather have it thrown towards the sideline than behind the receiver where it can be intercepted. So he misses it, but at least it's not a pick.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Lets it fly to the wideout. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between the quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball. And eventually, that's going to cost you.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 25. What's the call going to be? Takes the ball, tries the right side here. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. And the Blue Devils will have to kick this away. He's on the punt for the first time this afternoon. The returner is brought down. There is a flag on the field, so we'll check out this call. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Fires it to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Oh, and he hits out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
Looks like one more play here before halftime. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. The pass rush closing in. They can't come up with it there, and that's going to do it. Time runs out in the first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Ducks will kick this away to start the second half. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage here. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. So the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. The passing game was effective in the first half. Let's see if they continue to lean on that as they try to make up the deficit here. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
I can see what the quarterback's trying to do here, Chris, and he gets the completion, but just no gain. There's just no room to go after the catch.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Bringing pressure. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. He's got it in the open. Solid gain there. Moves the ball out to the 32.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with...
Looking deep down the right side. And it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Duke. They connect for 6.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
Defense not fooled at all there. Nice job of stepping up and stopping that 2-point conversion.
Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. The back's got it. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Takes the handoff again. He gets loose. Gets the first and still running. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
First down here for this offense. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Took contact on the throw. Lofted it in there, but it falls incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Empty set now, 5 wide. And the QB will try again on 2nd and 10. The receiver makes the catch. He runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Just much like we saw in the first half, this quarterback can put the ball right on the money. Now, you know the defensive coordinator at halftime spent all the time he could with the secondary to come up with answers on how to try to slow this guy down.
And now they run the draw play. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Another positive run on 1st and 10. You know, it's early on in this drive, but this defense has not shown the ability to stop the run. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I just keep running the football until they prove they can stop it.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. And they'll run it with the draw play. First down and more. He's still running. The Ducks are moving quickly down the field.
Hey, it's not a lot, but you know what? It's enough for the first down. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
6th play of the drive coming up.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Inside the 30. Breaks into the clear. Touchdown, Ducks. Still no answer for this offensive machine.
Well, this is what this running back brings to the table for this offense. He's always one touch away from a huge play. And here he gets the ball, gets some space, and from there, no one's going to catch him on his way to the end zone.
And the extra point was up and good. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Duke's offense heads back out of the field now. They scored a touchdown on their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. Freshman trying to take his shot, but put too much on the throw.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
Throwing off play action. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there. The Blue Devils will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. They'll try to pick up the third down yardage on the ground. Moves the ball to the 25, good enough for a first down. On the flag is out before the snap. The defense may have been a little bit over-eager that time. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Looking to scramble now. That's good for a first down near the 40.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself.
Got a man. Catch made. Big play. They finally stop him. Big play. Moves the ball to the 22.
Chris, that's just perfect execution here by the offense. Quarterback does a nice job getting back, putting the ball out where the receiver can make a play on it. Nothing you can do as a defender.
They go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. It's a shotgun run call. And that stiff arm will help earn him the first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage. He pays for it. Brought down after a short return, but the pick sets up his offense. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin from their own 11.
Let's go.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Looking to scramble. Going to try to use his legs here. He'll head out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
You know, they tried to catch this defense napping on 1st and 10 by taking a shot downfield. The defense does their job. They've got everybody covered. But I'm telling you, you better account for this quarterback because he can take off when things aren't there and use his legs, and he does that for the first down.
They'll keep it on the ground with the draw play. Has the first down and more. Ball carrier brought down what is the final play of this third quarter. So currently, as we break for the quarter, Oregon has the lead here, sitting in a pretty good spot as we wrap up the third quarter, trying to keep those national championship hopes alive. Let's take a quick look at the game sets where we have a chance. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Sticking with the running game. They tackle him, but not before he makes the 45. A solid game.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line and the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
Here's the handoff. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Now I like the run play here, and offensively at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
Second down play coming up for this offense. An inside give now from the shotgun. Bites through the tackle. And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup.
Hey, nice RPO here by the offense. Defense is going to sit back, make it easy on the quarterback, hand it off up the middle. Nice solid game. Stay ahead of the chains.
Third down play for this offense. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Can he make it to the marker? Stopped on third for no gain. Going to be 4th and 1 now.
Well, you see this with a lot of backs. There's a tendency to want to try to bounce it to the outside. Now, sometimes the play calls for it, but you know the coaches are telling them to follow the blockers and execute the plan.
They need a yard here on 4th down to keep this drive alive. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. The Ducks churn out another 1st down.
Confident play there on 4th and 1. Get behind the big fellas up front. Get a good push. You have to like that call in this part of the field. A punt there doesn't net much of a change in field position, so the right call is made and you pick up the 1st down.
He'll hand it off. And brought down at the line with that big defensive tackle. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. Offense sets up for play number 8 on this drive. Here comes a handoff. Fighting off the defender. Stiff-arms his way to a decent game before they get him down.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. But I love to see that offensive line win the battle with the line of scrimmage.
3rd and short here in this playoff. It's the 9th play of the drive coming up. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. The receiver makes the catch. It's good for 1st down yardage. Set up at the 26 now.
Well, the defense gets these guys to 3rd down. They get a chance to get them off the field, and instead they give up the 1st down. So the clock will continue to move, and the defense is really at the mercy of this offense at this point.
Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground.
What a game for this offense at the line of scrimmage. They've been able to enjoy really the tempo going their way because they've been able to run the football. This guy now has 98 yards rushing. A couple more, and he'll be in triple digits. What a great day for him.
The back just had no chance there. The defense is all over the draw play to stop him behind the line.
Yeah, I don't know if they were tipped off or what, but they weren't fooled at all. You could tell the defense was dialed in, knew exactly what was coming, and made the tackle.
0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Now, a 4th down.
And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Offense stays on the field. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And they can't complete it. It's a turnover on downs. Defense stepping up there.
Well, here we go, Chris. Talk about a game-changing play by this defense. Maybe a momentum-stealing play. I mean, there's still work to be done here, but this defense has given their offense a...
Looking for a man deep on the right side. Catch made down inside the 25. Finally tackled down at the 19, and just like that, the offense has moved into the red zone. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. Moves out of the pocket. Looking to the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
And the Oregon offense comes back out on the field. Last possession, they were stopped on 4th down, but it didn't cost them anything, and they put together something here.
No, I don't blame them. Go with the quarterback sneak here to try to pick up just enough yards for the first down. But, hey, man, give credit to that defense. They did not budge at all. They kept him short of the first down.
It's the 2-minute timeout as the offense tries to put the finishing touches here on a lopsided victory. Empty set now, 5 wide receivers. Back in motion now. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Backed up at the 1. He's going to throw it. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
That's what makes this tight end so dangerous. You can flex him out into that slot position. He shows you his versatility. He can be an inline guy that can block, but here he shows you what he can do with his hands.
Tackled right at the 30. Good enough to move the sticks.
Well, they continue to play good football up front. Nice run, nice conversion here, and most importantly, working with that lead, you keep working that clock. You're trying to advance to that next round of the postseason.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. Leaning on the run game here. He breaks through. He's in the clear. The 30. Tackled all the way down to the 25-yard line. Suddenly, they're in great position to get points. Well, they finally corral him, but he was untouched at the line of scrimmage. Kirk just burst through a big crease.
I'm going crazy on my defense. Like you said, this guy was untouched. I don't know how they were able to finally catch up to him and bring him down.